Hi everyone! Today I want to tell you about a system that I use called the Convent System. And it was actually developed by an engineer from Toyota, and companies all over the world use it today. And I want to show you how you can use it in your own home to manage. Basically, it's like your to-do list and a task manager put together. And it's really helped me out, so I want to share that with you. So we have 6 different columns here, and the first one is called Big Projects. Now, big projects are those things that you need to break down into smaller tasks. So say that you want to clean out your garage and put up shelving units and maybe paint the walls in there. That's a lot of small projects that are all basically put together in one big project called your garage. So I've got one up here. That's what we were wanting to do with our garage. And then I have other things like refinish a dresser that I want to do. There's a lot of smaller tasks that have to be done to complete that project. So the next column is called Options. This is where you would put those smaller tasks. So for instance, I already have some made up here. I have sand dresser drawers, and I have sand dresser base. Now I could just put sand dresser, but I don't have enough time to sit and do it all at once, so I broke it down into even smaller steps, sanding the drawers and sanding the base separately. You might have noticed that I've got 2 different color of stickies here, and the pink ones are for me and the blue ones are for my husband. And it's been great having him implemented onto my board because there's times when I need him to do things. And so I'm able to just write them on his blue stickies, and then when he's got those few minutes, the 15-20 minutes in between all of his other responsibilities, he can come and look at the board and he'll know exactly what needs to be done, and I don't have to ask him, and he doesn't have to just wait for me to ask him. So our next column is Ready, and this can also be thought of as your week, so your weekly column. So every week, move your stickies from your Options column over to your Ready column, and these are the things that you want to get done this week. Now we call it Ready because these things are ready to go. There's no more preparation that you have to do in order to sit down and do this task. So, for instance, I wouldn't be ready to put, we'll say clean oven. I'm not ready to put that one in my Ready column yet because I don't actually have the cleaner that I use to clean my oven. So I wouldn't put that there yet. Then we also have a Today column. And this column is where every morning I move 2 or 3 things from my Ready column to my Today column. And these are the things that I have to get done today. Now I only do 2 or 3 things at a time because I get overwhelmed when there's too many things on my to-do list, and I like to be realistic, and given what my days are like, I usually only have time to do 2 or 3 things on my list in addition to all the other things that I'm doing. Now there's also a waiting column up at the top, and this is for the stickies that you're doing that day. If you've started one and now you're waiting for something or someone else before you can finish that task, that is where you would put that sticky. So for instance, I have call someone right here, and if I've called her and now I'm waiting, and I had to leave a message and now I'm waiting for her to get back to me, then I would move her up here to waiting, and then as soon as she gets back to me and I am able to complete the task, then I am able to stick it over here in my Done column. So this is where everything that you've completed goes. Now I have things that I like to do weekly, and so rather than starting a new sticky note over for those, I just, at the end of the week, I would move those back over to my Ready column. So for instance, my husband has a cut grass. We cut our grass weekly. So at the beginning of every week, I move that back over here to his Ready column right here. We kind of keep our columns separated, and the day that he's ready to do that, he moves it down here to Today, and he'll get that done, and then it gets moved over to Done when he's completed it. The rest of the things that are like a one-time task, I leave them up there for about a week or so, and then I'll just take them off and throw them away. I like to keep them up there as long as I can, so basically until it gets filled up, because it lets me see the things that I have completed and the areas that I'm focusing on, and then it also lets me see the areas that I need to focus more on. So that is my Kanban board that I use for my personal life. I do currently have a different one for my business. However, I am going to work on implementing both of them together. I'd like to be able to have everything in one place rather than two separate boards that I have to keep looking at. So what I plan on doing is moving my personal board to my business board, which is a little bit bigger, and then using the same size stickies. So if you've noticed, mine are not full-size stickies. They're actually probably about 2/3 of the size. You'll see measurements on my blog post about it. And so those are really a great size for being able to stick a lot onto a small space. My board here is 20 by 30, and you can get them for $1 at the dollar store, at least the one that I have in my area. So it's a really cheap system to create. And then I use washi tape to create my columns, but you can just use a marker, really simple to do. I like to have my options column larger than the rest of them because, as you can see, it holds the most things. This is the waiting area for everything. These two don't hold very much. And then my done one is a larger column as well, just because I like to fill it up with all the things that I'm accomplishing. I love this system, and it's really helped me. And the reason is because when we're moms and we're busy, we're getting constantly pulled in different directions. And when we can find those 15 or 20 minutes in our day where we can just get something done, it's great to be able to just come to our board, see what we need to do, and get one of those done while the kids are playing or eating lunch or whatever they're doing that's allowing you to have some time. Rather than spending those 15 minutes that you have running in circles thinking, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I need to do right now? And you use up all of your time thinking about what is your priority in that moment. And this way, it's already thought out for you. You already know what you need to do. Now you just need to use that time to actually do it. And so I've been able to accomplish so much using this system. And I know it can help you too. So I hope you guys are going to implement it into your lives. And if you have any questions about how I do anything or how to make it, or even what things you should put in which section, leave a comment and let me know and I'll help you out. Thanks.